सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। नारायणं पद्मभवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपादं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमतस्य शिष्यं श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमतस्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यं तं तोडकं वार्तिककारमन्यानस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। सर्ववेदान्तसिद्धान्तगोचरं तमगोचरं गोविन्दं परमानन्दं सद्गुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। Yes, the sound is not good. Could not hear. Okay, let us see here. But you take now. Okay. They keep changing this, adjusting every time. Problem for me. Jivan Mukti Lakshanam or Jivan Muktana Mukti Lakshanani, the plural. So, that is how Gurudev had classified various chapters, and in this chapter, in this section, he is going to talk about from 426 to 445, the signs of the realized seer. Until the last 425, the importance of the dispassion, vairagyasya phalam bodha, bodhasya phalam uparatihi. That is what is said in the beautifully in an essence. And uparatehe phalam nitaram shantihi. So, first, in the beginning stages of our sadhana, lot of emphasis is given on practice of vairagya. Once the vairagya is there, the mind is tuned to knowledge. Vairagya does not come unless we have moksha as the goal. If moksha is not the goal, bhoga will be our pursuit of everyday life. And that is what most people do. Bhoga includes seeking prosperity, name, fame, enjoyment, pleasures, family, and then entertainment, happiness with that, hanging out with people, drinking, going to movies, going to places to just relax, eat, celebrate. Sorry. So, all the human endeavors are meant for mere pleasure and enjoyments. And as one gets old, one realizes these enjoyments that we are pursuing all the while have left only everyone high and dry. And as one gets old, more and more becomes sad. Why? That is, body doesn't cooperate. It becomes tired very quickly. People don't want you. Because people are there busy with their things. Nobody calling me. Nobody is talking to me. Nobody is in. Why? Because obviously, you are not anymore a good company. If anybody opens a topic, is in 1942, the rice was 1 rupee. Who wants to know about that? So, people are away, gone. Body is withering away. Your ability to pursue your own things, not anymore. So this is a great suffering. Jara is great suffering. Vriddhavastha. Swamiji, if I get up, I can't sit down. If I sit down, I can't get up. Obviously. Obviously, that is true. Body is like that. So, all those entertainments and pleasures, we don't realize that they don't last long. And mind demands all these things more and more, and as one gets old, more and more frustrated, or there is no alternative. So here, Vairagya, as early as possible, if you get it. Vairagya is what? Born out of correct jnanam. Sarvam bhaditam bhavati. Jnanena bhaditam. False. They are not there. They are appearing to be there. The appearance is very illusion. Therefore, a person who has gained that correct Vairagya alone is tuned for bodha, knowledge. Knowledge in turn strengthens the Vairagya also. So, dispassion creating the correct atmosphere for knowledge, and knowledge strengthens this Vairagya. Furthermore, as the knowledge increases, uparati, natural withdrawal. Natural withdrawal and no more intention to seek. Not only just withdrawal, but the intention to seek anything further, bahya analambanam buddhe, as Upanishad would say, or even definition of uparati. Bahya analambanam. There is no external support for the mind. So such a mind which reached that state of uparati is gaining supreme peace in itself. That is a parashanti. That parashanti not obtainable through any other means. So this what is spoken as greatness of Vairagya, Jnanam and Uparati. One leading to another. If one says, I don't have correct knowledge or I'm not able to understand things clearly, we have to go and check how much Vairagya we are lacking. In what we don't have Vairagya. Somewhere the Vairagya is lacking. That is the reason why knowledge is not staying with us. Knowledge is not effective. Knowledge doesn't produce the next one, Uparati. Knowledge is there is no withdrawal when you say then that means knowledge is incomplete again. Because there is no clarity that it is all false. Uparati is there, no Shanti. That is, then the Uparati is a forced one. It's a forced temporary one, not born out of knowledge. So, here, what are the signs of a Jivan Mukta? We'll read 426 here. Brahmakarataya sada stitataya nirmukta bahyartadihi anya vedita bhogya bhoga kalanaha nidraluvat bhalavat swapnalokitalokavat jagatitam pashyan kvachit labdhati aste kaschidananta punya falabuk Danyasya manyo bhuvi Brahmakarataya sada stitataya nirmukta bhakyartadi Anya vedita bhogya bhoga kalanah nidraluvat bhalavat Swapnalokitalokavat jagatitam pashyan kvachit labdati Aste kaschidananta punya falabhuk dhanyasya manyo bhuvi. Shankaracharya, I want to tell. He is poetic, excellence. Even it is such a dry subject, It's not an entertainment. Philosophy is not some entertainment. Philosophy is filled with so much of, so much of depth. But yet he makes it so interesting when you write a poetry, it has to be a beauty. Poetry is beauty, right? But at the same time, it is not describing any beauty. If I am describing the beauty of the sky or the flowers or some charming personality, even God, it's a different thing. But here it is not description of any God or any beauty, but the beauty of the mind of a realized master. What an amount of... And unless one revels in that, one would not have that ability to do that. Now we'll see here. Danyaha saha, last word. Saha danyaha. The most blessed one in this world is one who yaha aste. One who remains. What? Kaschit. Kaschit, someone. Kaha chit means someone. Someone who is aste, sitting. Oh, I am also sitting, Swamiji. No. You also sit, but you are sitting and he is sitting is different. Ananta punya phala book. Book means enjoyer. Enjoyer of what? Ananya. So Ananta punya phala book is the enjoyer of Ananta punyam. Numerous, countless, innumerable, countless of punya, of all the merits, is enjoying that. In the form of what? In the form of in the form of Ananda. How did he get that Ananda? So here, he is Labdadihi, previous line. He has gained a state of mind. Kaschit, Kochit Labdadihi. He has somehow got that. Labda means obtained. Dhi, buddhi, knowledge. What kind of a knowledge? Even as he sees the world, Pashyan is seeing the world. Idam Jagat Pashyan. Jagat Idam Pashyan. Even as he sees this world, how does he see the world? Swapna Alokita Lokavat. Swapne Alokita Lokavat. Alokita, looked. Where? In the dream. How do you understand the world of dream? Upon waking up. Not while the dream is on. While the dream is on, you think it is so real. That's what we are right now. But when we wake up from this dream, how will you look back at that same world? If you happen to enter back to the same dream world which you created while in the dream, you go back knowing that it is dream. How will you look at it? You look at it with a smile. Even the tiger that chases you, look at it with a smile. Do you know? You tell the tiger or the snake, do you know you don't exist? Huh? So that the tiger will say, I will eat you up, and then you tell me about it. He will not be there to tell me that I don't exist. So, Swapne Alokita Lokavat Jagadidam Pashyan. This seeing this world as one sees the dream, as knowing that as a dream. That's why people say, sweet dreams. What is sweet in the dream? It's a dream after all. What is it? Why is it to be sweet? If you consider that as real, then it has to be sweet. Otherwise, why it has to be sweet, whatever it be. So that is because he has gained the, and when he thus living in this world, looking at the world as like that of a dream, how does he behave? Nidraluvat bhalavat. Nidraluvat, as the one who is totally unaware of what is going on. Nidralu. Nidralu means one who is sleeping. Bhalavat. Bhalavat, not bala. Bhalavat, like that of a child. What is serious about the child? What does the child say, take seriously? Nothing. It is able to let go of things very fast, The child does not carry the grudges or anger or jealousy or greed or, unhappiness. It just forgets it within no time. Okay. It'll cry. You give a chocolate. Happy. So what about its cry? That's over. It's only for a short time. After it will go. It has absolutely no hang-ups. Nothing to hold on to. Nidra aluvat, as though one is totally asleep, totally indifferent. Nidra aluvat, bhalavat. As Gurudev says, on the account of constant absorption of Brahman, in Brahman, Brahma akarataya sada stitataya. Because his mind is fully engrossed in the nature of his own self, Brahman, nirmukta bhahyartadihi. First line. Nirmukta, completely freed from bahya artha dihi. The mind or buddhi, knowledge, which is independent of, freed from external objects completely. Freed from the sense of reality of external objects. But from the other standpoint, he appears to be enjoying. Anya vedita bhogya bhoga kalana. Anya avedita. Others perceiving him as enjoying. Gurudev was there in somebody's house and he was giving lectures on Karma Yoga. And the host of hers, of his, when he was staying, Anusha, you have the question? Raise your hand. Okay. So,
Sorry, Swamiji.
yeah, I see you raised your hand.
Yeah, sorry, Swamiji. The voice is again very disturbing. Some
Is not clear?
no, suddenly it started.
Now it is clear?
No, some disturbance is there. Lot of disturbance on the side.
Is there?
It was clear initially, but now
Yeah.
sorry.
Now it's okay?
No,
No.
there is a static in the sound, Swamiji.
Let's say AC is on, heater is on. Otherwise, I could see it as its green signal is completely on. It's going all the way up.
Yeah, there is something in the mic itself. Earlier it was picking up
Okay.
properly. Now the mic is not working properly.
Original. Now it is okay?
No,
Now it's
there is
okay?
static.
Here now also?
Yes.
This default is noise removal. I do not know because this it's the same mic I have been using. There's nothing different.
You can ignore that side sound, Swamiji, for what?
Huh?
No,
Now
I'll
it's
check
okay.
it. No, Swamiji, there is a static and that's how probably it's streaming also.
I don't know. It's showing full green for me when I'm
Yeah,
talking.
that's the signal, Swamiji. So signal strength is good, but there is something with the mic which was okay earlier, but suddenly went bad.
Hello. Check 1, 2, 3. No, that's not an issue. Okay, let it be.
Something maybe just unplug the mic and then put it back in. Maybe then it'll get okay.
How about it now?
Yes.
Okay.
Now it's better.
Yeah, you're not saying anything, so I won't not know.
Yes, Swamiji, it is better.
Hello.
Yes, Swamiji.
Okay. Speaker, phone. Is it okay now?
Yes.
Okay. I said same as the system, so that I think probably is. Okay. So it will be. So others see him as though he is enjoying the world as anybody else does. Anya avedita bhogya bhoga kalanaha. So when everybody around him offering things, one seemingly enjoying them when offered by others. But at the same time, he has no, Gurudev. Gurudev was staying in somebody's house and he was teaching Karma Yoga, how to do selflessly without expecting anything in return, all that. And it so happened that that lady who was cooking, and he was staying in the house, and every day she made different kinds of dishes and all. Gurudev did not say a word, whether it is good or bad, nothing. He was just eating. So after a few days, she was becoming very, very anxious. Is he enjoying or not? What is it? He say yes or no, nothing he's saying. And she dare not ask, how is the food, Swamiji, and all that. So she would not ask that question. After 3-4 days, slowly she asked, Swamiji, I have a question. About Karma Yoga. No, Swamiji, about the food. About the food, what is there to know about? We want to know whether you are enjoying it all or not, whether the food is good or not, should I make any changes? You're not saying anything. that means you are not practicing Karma Yoga. I purposely did not say for the past 3-4 days, only to test you whether you are still doing your seva with total love and dedication, whether I am liking it or not. You just have to do what you need to do. So he was quite shocked. I mean, even if it is not good, he would not say that. It so happened when he was in the beginning stages of he's quite tall, no? 6 feet plus. And some of the houses, not all the houses have the cots, that tall, that long, a big cot. And they would not ask Swamiji to lie down on the floor. No, they obviously in the guest room, wherever they were hosting him, they somehow got some cot, wooden cot at those times. I'm talking about 50s. And those times he would stay for, not 1 week or few days. He will stay for 1 month, sometimes 2 months. And when Swamiji is staying in that room, nobody would go in that room. So he has his own things. So in one place, a few places also, when he was staying, and then at the end of a month or two, people then, finally when he was leaving, that as a courtesy, they asked Swamiji, everything was fine in our home. You were able to comfortably stay. Everything was fine. Except the cot. Swamiji, what is that cot? My head, if a head I had to put, the feet will be out. If I put the feet inside the cot, the head will be out. So what did you do? I lay down on the floor. Who is sitting on the floor? I'm just lying on the floor. So felt so bad. I said, don't worry, it's not necessary. I was comfortable, no problem. No complaints. That is what we see in a Jivan Mukta. Zero complaints about comforts. Nahi hai, so kya hai? Is that very important? It's mundane. It's not something we have to think, go on, salt nahi hai, there's spice nahi hai, oh, ye nahi hai, oh, nahi. Our mind is occupied with such things, mundane things, all the time. Anya avedita bhogya bhoga kalana. What others see, others are enjoying, whatever the others are enjoying. And when they offer to him, okay, let it be so, whatever it is. Because mind is preoccupied completely on Brahma akarataya sada stitataya. So that's why it is said, Nirmukta bhahyartatve heduhu Brahma akarataya sada stitataya iti. Sada pratyayananda antara shunyatvena achinnataya Brahma akarataya. Unbroken, continuous abidance in the self, Parama Purushartha Buddha Akanda Satchidananda Paramatma Akarataya Sitataya. Because that is the highest of the Purushartha, which is the Brahmananda Prapti, Mukti Prapti, and that is why in saying that Nirmuktaha Nitaram Savasanam Ityartha. Muktaha, all vasanas mukta nashtaha. Bahyartaha isyamsa natu yayedi swayameva nivrittatvat vishayanam prayatnasya anapekshitatvat. This is because there is no more intention to pursue the world of object like that of, said in Bhagavad Gita, Rasavarjam rasobhyasya param drushtva nivartate. In the beginning stages, I said in sadhana time, one consciously turns away from the objects, and objects also will turn away from such person. When you don't pursue the object will not come after you. They are being inert. So they won't come after you when you turn away. If a cigarette you are not smoking, cigarette will not come to you. Oh, come on, smoke. If you give it up, Rasagulla, Gulab Jamun, they will not come after the Gulab Jamun will not come to you and then come on. Because that is why I said, one who has given up the objects of the world, objects would not come to you. Correct? Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehina. But if one has given up only as a practice of vairagya, not out of knowledge of its false nature, rasa, that taste will be still there, and that will go only upon experiencing the Brahmanandam. Rasopi asya nivartate. When that also will go away only when tasmin drishte paravare. Only upon seeing, only upon experiencing Brahma Ananda, one will see, one will understand that what much, not even an iota of joy is there in the objects of the world. One who has gained the highest, that's why it says, Rasopyasya param drishtva nivartati, the Brahma darshane vishaya nivartanartham prayatna anapekshitattvasya pradiyamanatva. There is no more prayatna for a Jivan Mukta to turn away from the world or objects of the world. It's not that he is intending to turn away. No, it will just fall away from him. When you don't pursue, when you don't see any more joy in them, they are no more objects of disturbance. If they are there, let it be there. They are not there, so let it not be there. Bahyartatihi mukta nirmukta bahyartati asya saha nirmukta bahyartatihi kaschidapi asya kaschityasya kaschitasya nirvisheshanam anya avedida bhogya bhoga kalana anyaihi avedidam yad bhogyam, what is being experienced by others, sharirasthiti nimittam annapanadikam tena bhogasya kalana sampattihi gatana yasya saha. His engagement in this world, even as he would experience, enjoy the apparently seeing to be experiencing the world, is only for the sake of maintaining the life in this body, which is also because it's prarabdha. Not that he will commit suicide. There's no need for that. Who commits suicide? Who is unhappy in the world, right? Anybody who is happy in the world will commit suicide. I'm very happy to commit suicide. No. Who wants to end life? One who is unhappy with the world. Unhappy with whatever is happening to oneself. Here is a Jivan Mukta. Neither he is disinterested in the world, nor he wants to end it. Why? Let it be. What the prarabdha can do to me, the body will go through this. It doesn't matter. I'm not the body anyway. He knows that. This way, that person is not anymore sharirasthiti nimittam annapanadikam tena bhogyasya khalana sampattihi asya prapta anna buk ityartha yata nidraluvat anyaihi bhojitam bunakti balascha matra bhojyate yatata. Even in the case of a person who is sleeping, as Gurudev writes also, open the mouth, somebody is feeding the food. Will he actually enjoy it? It just goes. Like the child, when the mother keeps feeding the child opens the mouth. You have to eat. Look at the moon. Gone. He is interested in protein. You have to do what protein? He is not interested in whether you are protein or anything else. Just whatever mother matra bhojyate tada bahir mukha tva abhavena. There is no more extrovertedness. Nirabhimanataya, with no ego sense. Cha nidraluvat bhalavat anya avedita bhogya bhoga kalana prarabdha karmayatta bhogopi paramukena sharirasthiti hetur bhavati iti bhava. Sharirasthiti hetu eva annapanadikam sharirasthiti matrameva. It is just for the sake of maintenance of this physical body. There is nothing else. So, thus an individual able to experience this world, no doubt, but he looks at the world as we saw, Swapnavat, as in the Bhagavad Gita itself, it said, Yavanartha udapane sarvada sampludodake tavan sarveshu vedeshu brahmanasya vijanataha. Just like the usage of a well water is definitely when there is no water even anywhere outside. In case the entire place is flooded, what is the use of the well water? In the same way, one whose enjoyment has been gained from the highest of the self, there is no more use of anything that he wants to learn in this world anymore. Yava anartha udapane, like that of the well water is useless. Sarvada sambluta udake, when the entire place is flooded. Tavan sarveshu vedeshu, so much is the usage of Vedas. Brahmanasya vijanataha, one was gained access to Brahman. The Brahman is known. What is the use of studying Vedas anymore for him? So, etasaihi eva anandasya anyani bhutani matram upajivanti iti shrutescha. Even for that sake only all of them are seeking. Loke yavantaha purushaha yavadbihi punyaihi yavanti sukani anubhavanti ayam paravareka jnani yugavat sarvani sukani samruddhasthani ya brahmanandam anubhavad anubhavati. Whatever be the joys that are experienced by anybody in this world, this one who knows Brahman is already experiencing it. So therefore, not only him, it is interesting that the Upanishads say, such a person who has reached the absolute mukti, his whole clan gets the blessings. Says Kulam Pavitram Janani Kritartha Vishwambara Punyavati Chatena. Kulam Pavitram, the entire family and the Kula gets blessed by the reaching of Brahmananda by the Jivan Mukta. Janani Kritartha, mother becomes fulfilled. The mother of such a Mahatma will become highly blessed. Vishwambara Punyavati Chatena, entire world where he lives, that entire place becomes blessed. Now, we know the Mahatmas, when they even as they depart from that place becomes great. Isn't it? Who knows Siddhabari Bhivu? Who knows Uttarakashi Bhivu? All these places, and Thiruvannamalai is just a small little town. Such places have become, or even Puttaparthi or whatever, what is it? Shirdi, a small little village. How it has become such? Because Mahatma lived there. A rich man lived. Is there anybody goes there to that city? Because somebody lived, rich man lived. He lived only for himself. Nobody is after he dies, everybody eats away his money and then walks out. Whereas Mahatma with nothing in his hand, completely empty-handed, lives. And when he leaves, the place becomes so blessed. Thousands and thousands of people go and enjoy the presence of the Mahatma, and also becomes a great place of pilgrimage. So, Tasmad Atmagyam Harchayet Bhuti Kamaha. Therefore, one who really wants to be prosperous in one's life, may one worship the man of knowledge. That is what he said. So, Jivan Mukta Lakshane Jnade Sadakaihi Mumukshubhihi Tata Statum prayatitum shakyate. Only when we know the lakshana of a Jivan Mukta, we the mumukshus are able to put some effort towards that. Therefore, mumukshu jana anugrahartam, for the sake of blessing the mumukshus, tal lakshanam vaktum prakramate. He is now explaining the lakshanas of sthita prajna, which is also jivan mukta. So next verse. Sthita prajno yatiriyam yassadanandamashnuti brahmanyeva vilīnātmā nirvikāro viniškriyah sthita prajno yadiriyam yassadanandamashnuti brahmanyeva vilīnātmā nirvikāro viniškriyah. Ayam sthita prajna yaha. This sthita prajna, he who is sada anandamashnute. Gurudev says, a mukta purusha, jivan mukta, has no reason to cry, or not even a iota of suffering or sorrow will be there in his face. I am a jivan mukta. Not even one occasion for him to become sad. Sadanandamashnute. He is always in bliss. So there is no need for him to sit and cry about anything in this world. Brahmanyeva vilina atma. One who is sunk completely into that Brahman. Nirvikaraha, with no change, vinishkriyaha, with no action. Actionless, changeless presence. As Gurudev would say, I am not only unemployed, I am unemployable. Because you cannot put me to work in any other place. So it is just because I learned Vedanta that does not become I am qualified to do some other work. Gurudev would say, there is no certificate given to you at the end of the Sandipani course. Why? What do you do with that? Studied in Sandipani, therefore I can be a manager. What? Manage what? I am certified as Jivan Mukta. You see that? There is no such qualification or certificate given to anyone. So here he become nirvikaraha vinishkriyaha. Brahmanyeva vilina atma vilinaha. Atma antakaranam yasya ataha eva nirvikaraha arsha vishadadi antara vikara shunyaha. Arsha vishada, excitement or sad or agitation of any kind. Vinishkriyaha bahya dehadi cheshta shunyaha. Unnecessary engagement in this world, you will not see him doing. Engaging means purpose. There is a purpose of a larger cause benefiting people. Because any action, as it is said in the Brahma Sutra, any action is none other than a change in the cause. Kriya swashrayam abhikurvati naiva atmanam labate. This is a statement from Shankaracharya. Iti samanvaya sutra bhashyat. Samanvaya sutra bhashyat. Now you see, kriya na aiva atmanam labate. Action does not give you Brahman, for sure. No action will make you able to reach Atman or Brahman. It's interchangeably used. Because what is action? An action is, basically there are four different things you can do with action. We have seen that in the Upanishad Bhashyas also. You can produce, you can modify, you can purify, or procure. Utpatti, Parimana, Samskarana, and Prapti. These are the four things you can do. Prapanam means to bring something from somewhere to here. That is Prapanam. So an action can bring something which you don't have from there to here. What you do not have, you go to the shop and get it. That's an action. Utpatti, produce. Like a farmer is putting the seed, etc. into this thing, plowing down, and then waiting for the season, and then there is a production of the paddy or whatever. It's a production. Production is Utpatti. Parimana. So a mud is there, and then a pot maker is sitting there and making a pot out of that mud. That is called Parimana. Changing from one condition to another. A fourth one is Samskaranam. Something is unclean, dirty, and you by action go and clean it. See, these four things can be done with respect to things of the world. But what is already there, available to you, and you have forgotten its presence, which action you should do? If it is not available, you can procure. That's, Prapanam is what is not there, you bring it to yourself. Samskaranam, clean. Atman is always pure. Oh, you don't need to purify that. So action does not purify Atman. It can purify the mind. Mind, it can purify for the sake of gaining the knowledge. But it cannot purify the Atman, which is by nature immaculate. You cannot do any parimana of a Atman. You cannot change it to something else. Because it is unchangeable. It's always the same. Nor you can produce it from something else. It is not an effect of something. Like the paddy can come out of that seed. Atman is not something produced out of something else. So, prapanam na bhavati, prapanam na sambhavati, prapanam is not correct. Na prapaniyam, na samskaraniyam. It is not something to be cleaned. Na utpattihi, there is no utpatti, there is no production. Or none of the, yes?
Sir, I just wanted to read the books. I just checked them.
I'll see that.
So,
Thanks. So, none of those four different acts of kriya or four engagements are possible. So, therefore, kriya swashrayam abhikurvati. It is only a change from its original cause. But that is na eva atmanam labate. It cannot gain Atman. Action cannot bring in the obtainment of Atman. So therefore, nirvikaratve hetuhu vinishkriyaha iti va. Nirvikaratve hetuhu, being that nature of nirvikara being Atman, the one who is abiding in that Brahman linaha, Brahma linaha, has no more action to perform, for he gained what is to be gained, what is already gained, what is always gained. He comes to know about it and remains abiding in that. And in that abidance there is no suffering there. Sadanandam ashnute. He is always blissful. It is not after gaining which there is nothing, and something more to be done. Yajñātva sarvavidam vijñātam bhavati yam latva na aparam labham manyate. Having gained which, there is nothing more to be gained. Having reached which, nothing more to be reached. Nothing else to be reached. So therefore, Brahmani eva linina atma nirvikaraha minishkriyaha. Continuing, he says, Tata prajna Brahmatmano shoditayoho Eka bhavavagahini Nirvikalpa cha chinmatra Vritti prajneti katyate Sustita sa bhavetyasya Stita prajnasya uchyate. So, here there's a little patantara there. Jivan Muktaha is written in the Bhashya part. First last line, Sasarvada Bhavetyasya Sa Jivan Mukta Uchyate. In Gurudev's CCMT book, Sustita Sa Bhavetyasya Stita Prajnasya Uchyate. Shoditayoho Brahmatmanoho Shoditayoho. The word Shodita is used. Shodita means Mahavakyartha Kadana Avasare Darshita Disha Tattvam Padalakshayoho Upadi Vinirmuktayoho. What is that? Which is the clarity in thinking upon analyzing the nature of Tat and Tvam. Shodita means Vivekena Jnata. Clearly having analyzed. What? Brahmatmanoho Shoditayoho. Brahma Chada Atma. Brahmatmanoho Tatpada Lakshartha Brahma. Tvampada Lakshartha Atma Tayoho Shoditayoho Eka Bhava Avagahini. That nature of oneness having been realized, the sort of mental activity which admits only the identity of the self and Brahman, Nirvikalpa cha Chinmatra Vrittihi Prajna. That is what is called Prajna. The word Prajnanam Brahma is a Upanishad Mahavakya. Right? Upanishad Mahavakya is Prajnanam Brahma. What is this Prajna? In Hindi language, etc., Prajna is called awareness or consciousness of the lower order. When somebody is unconscious, they say Prajna nahi usko. Actually, we are all, our cases, we have no Prajna at all. We are to be considered as no Prajna. From the highest standpoint, we are all aprajnaha. With no Prajna at all. No awareness of what? Awareness of awareness is not there. We are aware of many other things. But that is not the Prajna here. What is the real Prajna? The oneness of the Atman and the Brahman. The oneness of the self and the Brahman, clearly knowing that there is no difference at all. Eka Bhava Avagahini. Prajna, that is called Prajna. Nirvikalpa cha Chinmatra Vrittihi. And the free from all limitation and devoid of duality, which is only concerned with pure knowledge. Chinmatra Vrittihi. That is what is called illumination, Prajna. One who is steadily abiding in that, Sustita sa bhavedyasya Stita prajnasya uchyate. Steady wisdom. There is no unsteadiness, there is no oscillation, there is no doubt, there is no uncertainty, ambiguity. Are you Brahman? Sometime, yes. Sometime. When are you Brahman? Sometime. Swamiji, in the class, I'm Brahman. When I come out of the class, I'm not. What happened in the class? Clarity comes, Swamiji, very good clarity comes. After that, I know what happens. After that, I'm not Brahman. Sthustita. Sthita means very clearly abiding in that. There is no more ambiguity, doubt, uncertainty. Steady. So, here it is said, Sita Satatam Vartamana Prajna Yasya Sata Prajna Iti Vigraha. Vigraha Vakya means Sita Satatam Vartamana Prajna. Always steadily available awareness. Yasya, of whose, Saha Sata Prajna. Tatra Prajna Shabdhartamaha Shoditayoho, as we saw that. Upadi Vinimurtayoho Brahmatmanoho Paramatma Pratyagatmanoho of the Supreme Brahman and the inner self Ekabhava Avagahini meaning Aikya Vishayini of the nature of oneness, which is the main subject matter. Nirvikalpa Samsargadi Mithya Padartha Avishayini, which is not engaged in Mithya Padartha, the apparent illusory things of the world. Chinmatra Akanda Chidakara Vrittihi, a constant steady flow of the fact that I am Brahman. Shravana Manana Nididhyasana Samskrita Mana Parimamaha Prajna. These are obtained by constant listening, reflection, and meditation. Stita Shabdhartamaha Sa Sarvada Bhaved Yasya. Sarvada Bhaved, always there. Sajivan Mukta Ityuchade Ishyate. Adasmin Tad Buddhehe Eva Bandhatvat. Bandhanam is, bondage is what is not and one thinks it is. That is called Adasmin Tad Buddhi. Jo hai hi nahi, usko अस्तित्व जो मानता है, जो जसित्व, one who thinks, that state of thinking of a thing which really does not exist is called bondage. That's like the snake which is not at all there, one who thinks that it is there, that is called bondage. Bondage is caused by an illusory perception. That is, what is not there, one is seeing. And what is there, one doesn't not see at all. The cause of bondage is that which creates an illusion of existence of things which are actually not there. Sarvada akanda akara vrutto satyam bandha prasaktehe abhavat. Upon knowing the self, there is no more such illusory perception, and therefore such a person remains. See, after having seen the rope as a rope, having removed the illusion of snake, thereafter, whenever he looks at the snake, whenever he looks at the rope, he doesn't have to do the analysis again. Again, karna padega bhai, kya hai? Again, I have to think and think through what is it a snake or a rope now? Every day you have to do it. Every day morning at what is your problem? Now I have to look at this rope and snake things. Oh, once you have that clear that it is rope alone, there's no more question of again and again keeping your mind occupied with that. In the same way, one who has gained that one's nature as Brahman, there's no more need to do any prayatna to do it again. If you are doing it again, that means you are not still clear about this. Once who has gained the Sthita Prajna Sthiti, there is no more effort for him to abide in the Brahman because nothing else exists for him. Thereafter is no more effort. So that is why it is said that such a mind is ever abiding in that, that is why it's the prajna or Jivan Mukta. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayaha, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.